of business scribes, but it unleashed knowledge past the aristocracy to the common folk. And if you think about that, the steam engine rise people out of villages into cities. Every time the world leaps forward, we freak out because everything we knew is about to shift. There is a press release in the early 1800s in the UK when the kaleidoscope came out saying all the kids' necks were going to be ruined. True story. How many of you were born in the 70s or 80s? Raise your hand. What were the 2 rules we were told before we left the house?
Don't look at the sun.
Don't talk to strangers or don't get in cars. With strangers. What is our goal every single day when we leave the house now? Talk to strangers and get into cars with them. I was born in the 80s, I was raised in the 90s. We were all told not to watch TV this close. And I think half the people on stage were wearing computers on their eyes today. So, as we venture into this equally transformative moment of AI, I'm ecstatic because it's actually the first time I've seen a technology augment my weaknesses. So, prior to high-speed internet and mobile phone, it augmented my strengths. I'm pretty sure I'm undiagnosed dyslexic because I can't read or write that well. That's why I got really good at this part. Right? I could sit in the front of my class, not take any notes because I couldn't read them later, and just memorize stuff. And then I got really good at communicating in person because I wasn't as good at it in email. And when high-speed internet came out, I got pretty good at Zoom and Google Meets. And I actually spoke at a conference with all the CEOs of all the global companies 2 weeks ago. And I told them, franchise systems are dead. Because they were designed to take information from someone to your local market. But I truly feel I'm in a one-to-one digital relationship with all of our agents, because you get to consume what I think and say from anywhere. But what AI's changed is I can actually improve my weaknesses for the first time in my life, right? I'm now a prolific writer because my co-pilot can fix all my missing words and commas and duplicate words I type. Right? So we're about to commoditize communication at scale. And I say this all over the world in every room I'm in. Marketers ruin everything. Right? The goal of business is to find outside return on effort. That's all you guys try to do all day long. What could I do this much effort or dollars spent for this much return? And there's a finite window when that happens. Because then we all figure it out and we all break it. Right? Whether it's email, Google Ads. Every one of you is going to become a digital marketer, written, verbal, and video very quickly. I think John Lee gave you a bunch of tips on how to do that. Raise your hand if you're starting to notice all the content created by AI in your own feed by your friends. Right? How are you spotting it? The emojis, the dashes, because they're being lazy. They're putting in a lazy prompt, hitting go, and then copying it as some of them even leave the quotations. So we're about to become numb to that form of communication. Right? There was a study done that millennials didn't even see the banner ads on Google. Like our eyes just blocked them. So what I believe is we're about to put a premium on human experience. And if we go back to the COVID, right, there was a moment where we're like, we'll never meet in person again. Everything's going to be digital. But we're a tribal species. And we ran back to do this as soon as we could. And so I believe that people who deliver the best in human experience will win in this next phase of life.
Yes.
So, I want to pivot a little bit to mindset. The reason this version of Homo sapien survived is because we're paranoid. And we always think something bad's about to happen, Right? That's what kept us alive from the saber-toothed tigers eating us. And so what that means is human experience is grounded in suffering. I have not met a single person, rich or poor, who's in perfect Zen state. And what that conclusion's driven me towards is we get to actually pick problems worthy of our lives. Right? Some of you probably can only imagine the problems that pop up in my phone on a daily basis. Right? Like, we're about to launch a country and the tech doesn't work. But you know what is also a problem? I don't have enough money to pay rent. So I encourage you to pick problems worthy of the life you want to live.
Wow. That's deep.
I promise you that if you do that, to quote Abel, you get to become an architect of the life you want to live.
Shoo.
And the one sentence I want you to take away is progress over perfection. Progress over destination. Too many of us think when I get to that summit, I will be. Think about that. I want to be number one. At what? Units, EBITDA, profit? And then for how long? The richest man or woman in the world never stayed there. Right? Remember, it's the journey. I promise you, 1 decade from today, you will arrive. How you arrive will be the progress you choose. Thank you so much for coming to Barcelona. I'll see you in Miami. And to Veronica's advice, you guys know I love statistics. If an agent sets foot in one of our events that is not with us, we have a 68% conversion ratio. So I'll see you all in Miami. Thank you so much.